Hey guys, so we do have some Samsung devices on the table, and I wanted to do a quick little comparison of the new Galaxy A9 against some of its brothers here. So we're trying to go from smallest to largest, obviously, from the S5 Neo to the S6 to the J7 to the S6 Edge Plus, and obviously the A9 and big beast on the right. So yeah, let's start them up here at the same time to get the ball rolling. And these obviously all coming in about the same, different in terms of the price points here, but I think there's something for everyone really, you know, depending on what you want here. So 3, 2, 1. So I think the Edge Plus has kind of switched places, but we did manage to do it here. The J7, and then the Neo. I saw the Neo, it beat the top end dogs here. The J7 and the Neo, that's all you need. You know, you don't need to spend hundreds on these, you know, monsters here. So, you know, I can finish the video now. The J7 and the S5 Neo are victorious, even though they're running Android Lollipop, obviously. We do have Marshmallow obviously on the S6 here, so slightly different in terms of the animations. I think the animations are actually a bit different on the A9 compared to the other Lollipop Samsung devices, but we can just quickly have a look at some benchmark here, have a see how the A9 compares. So just do the popular internet test to see the speed here, and this one. So we are all obviously on the same Wi-Fi here. Some people really do speculate crazy stuff like I have multiple Wi-Fis for each device, like I care that much. So we just go to the S5 Neo here, and S5 Neo, what can you give us? You can give us Medicurity. So quite a weird start here for the Neo. I did get a software update actually for the Neo, and it you know, I think it was a small software update, 50 megabytes, so I think it was just bug fixes. So the S6, you know, we're getting some solid SAMI performance here for the S6. You can't criticize it, even though it's nearly a year old. It still feels amazing in terms of the speed. We do have the J7. That's a nice kind of entry-level device, come out in 2015. Obviously has a bigger screen, but no 5G Wi-Fi support, so you can see it does struggle to, you know, get a good speed here. So that could be its Achilles heel. And then we do have the A9, but we're not going to do that one till last. I'm going to do the Edge Plus here. Keep the order of size here. So it might be a bit busy time on in terms of my internet, but you can see the S6 Edge Plus never disappoints. Uses its magical alien powers to get more data down in one way or another. And finally, will the A9 disappoint us? Snapdragon 652 here, chip, which does support the 5G, and you can see we have to settle for, wow, very mediocre score here, even below the Neo. So yeah, that's you can see the pings all over the place on all of them. Must be a very busy time at the moment. It is dinner time. So we can just now have a look at another one quite quick. See the Geekbench here. So we can see the comparison of the Snapdragon 652, how it compares against some other handsets. So you can see this is a nice overview of what we're getting, and we're just going to start them all up here. So I think we're getting Exynos 7 series, low end 7 series, Exynos 7 series high end, the low end again. I can never really remember the Exynos processors. They're very confusing. I think this is high end Exynos 7 series against the Snapdragon, obviously. So you can see the S6 is powering ahead here, no nonsense. The S6 Edge Plus comfortably beaten by it. Could be because it's on Marshmallow, obviously, but the S6 Edge Plus not too far behind. And the A9 is powering ahead of these two, which is good. You know, we don't want comparable performance. That would be a bit of a fail. So very nice multi-core here for the Snapdragon 652. I always think it's Snapdragon 650, but I think it's a 52, which makes all the difference apparently. But the single core is also very good. You can see much better than I was expecting here. So we do have the Neo obviously coming at quite a respectable single core, slightly higher here than the J7, as well as the multi-core, which is very nice, and I'm sure that they use quite similar processors really. So but I think this one's clocked at 1.6 gigahertz versus 1.5, so that might make all the difference there. So you know, that could be good to know if you're making a choice between the Neo or the J7. But generally you can see here this processor doesn't disappoint when it comes to the benchmark. Keeps up with very nice, you know, high-end stuff here pretty much. So yeah, you know, I think we can just do a quick little Antutu. I am going to speed this up so the video doesn't, you know, go on for too long. So we can just get it, all the benchmarks here run on this new processor. So you can see the graphics actually look quite smooth compared to these two, which is good. Adreno 510 obviously. So we're coming to the end now, and who's going to win it? It's very close. I think it's going to be the S6 again on Android Marshmallow. So you can see slight performance increase here with the benchmark score there. Very nice. That's what we like to see, some progress. And the Neo looks like it's going to be third with a respectable score, 39,996, 39,174 for the J7. So quite decent. And finally the A9's finished at 68,999. So very decent score here for this kind of Snapdragon 652. Puts it just above the LG G4 at 65,507, and just below the Nexus 6 apparently. Don't know how they figured that out, but Nevertheless, you know, quite a decent score here for the processor. Day to day, I haven't found too many issues with using it, so you know, I think you should be good to go with it. But yeah, I will be doing obviously some comparisons with the A9 in terms of the camera. Hopefully the S7 as well should be coming quite shortly. I think it comes out a bit later where I am compared to the rest of the world. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.